What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're getting ready to kick off Week 6 in the 2015 NFL season. Thursday Night Football, Atlanta at New Orleans. New Orleans 31, Atlanta 21. Before we get into that, I just want to remind everyone, everybody has a mother or a sister. Well, probably not everybody has a sister, but everybody that's born should have a mother, at least. At least at this point, that's what I'm hoping, that we don't have any aliens here yet. But the bottom line is it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and you guys should do what you have to do to encourage women to go get tested. Usually it's they say women above a specific age, but it can happen to anyone. Very rarely for men, but if you have a woman out, definitely women over 35, or they say 30 to 35, definitely go get checked. It could definitely save your life if caught early with the early detection. So I just wanted to get that out there. Most people don't know what the ribbon's about, the younger viewers. So as much as it goes around, just want to make sure you guys understand that. Get tested, see what you can do. Try to, prolong your life as long as possible, because you get one. All right, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to start talking about this Atlanta at New Orleans game. I'm going to tell you this right now. It's very difficult to do anything with the NFL because I just can't. You know what I'm saying? I just can't. Watching this game, I thought that Atlanta was going to run through the New Orleans Saints coming in at 1-4. I'm like, yo, they're done. You're undefeated. You got Devonta Freeman. A lot of things going. Julio Jones was playing even though he was nicked up a little bit. Not the case. Drew Brees, for some reason, has an extreme hard-on when he plays the Atlanta Falcons, and I don't think anybody can stop that. The way that certain players just play, specific teams. Looking at the game overall, though, Matt Ryan, he didn't play too well. That fumble he had, they had the other running back that was the starter before Devonta Freeman. I can't remember his name. He fumbled. Ridiculous turnovers. And Drew Brees was just out there just throwing dots like the old Drew Brees. He was standing in the pocket. He had a little bit more time. He was making plays. It was a very, very difficult thing if you bet Atlanta to watch yesterday. Like, it was just very... How you getting a... Bro, the dude that punted the ball, that got that punt blocked, he kicked the guy that blocked it. Like, how long does it take you to kick the goddamn ball? You have enough space. You're back there. You take your step. You kick the goddamn ball. What are you doing that when you kick the ball, your foot is going through the guy's body? Like, what are you doing right now? Atlanta just played horribly. It's really no excuse about, I can't really say any. They were destined to lose. I'm glad they got it out the way now. A lot of people were talking about undefeated. I really didn't see it. It doesn't mean that Atlanta's not a good team. I'm not saying that. I'm not going to bash them because they came in there 5-0. That would be ridiculous. A lot of people are saying, that's what they are. I was watching some of the commentary and guys say, they weren't that good to begin with. That's not true. The Atlanta Falcons can make a lot of noise. I'm not trying to take anything away from them. You're going to lose games. That doesn't make or break in this case. It doesn't make or break Atlanta. Plus, it's a division game. They play each other differently in division. I wouldn't be too worked up about it. I would make sure that everybody understands that it was the turnovers that were very stupid that cost them. In that situation, it was a very stupid, a lot of turnovers that just shouldn't have happened. And when those things happen, you're going to lose the game. It don't matter who you play. You start fumbling for no reason in the red zone twice, you're going to lose the game. So I'm not mad at Atlanta. They got their loss. They got out of the way. Now all the stuff about undefeated and stuff, that pressure that comes later is gone now. Now they just go out and play. And sometimes in the NFL, a lot of people can't deal with it, which is why I give the Patriots a lot of credit, until they got beat by the Giants that year when they were 17-0. It's tough. Or were they 18-0? I think they were 18-0, right? They went to the Super Bowl and then they got manhandled. But it's very, very difficult to do that. So that pressure is off Atlanta right now. Now they can just go out there and just play, and I think that they'll be fine. New Orleans, look, man, you're not doing anything. I had a lot of New Orleans fans let me know, like, bro, I told you, New Orleans, bro, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Who dat? No, listen, bro, who dat is a bunch of bums. These dudes about to get raped the next couple games that they play. They're not gonna really be beating anybody. I don't know listen, man. Any given Thursday, Monday, Sunday, whatever day it is now, different things are going to happen. I have no faith in the Saints that they're going to be doing anything. If the Saints make the playoffs, that means everybody else in that division, including the Panthers, are garbage because they're undefeated as well right now also. So they just also, everybody just implodes, and then the Saints make it. They deserve it, but I don't see it happening. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't see it happening. I see the Saints being what they were the first 5 weeks, and that's just my opinion on them. Drew Brees, I will say, though, he looked good. You got to give respect where it's due. He was throwing dots, and I'm just sitting there like, wow, he just dropping back. Oh, you're open. Dot, dot, dot. I'm like, what? Who's playing D, and why is nobody playing D? It was just a lot of things that were ridiculous that was going on, and that was transpiring right before my eyes, and I couldn't believe it. It was so stupid. But all in all, New Orleans played well. What are you going to do? Do I think that Sean Payton is pretty much, he's done? Yeah, you know what I'm saying, bro? I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know if it's him. I don't know if it's Drew Brees that needs to be replaced. I don't know what's going on. All I can tell you is this. I don't really see what everybody else is seeing in them. They got to win. They beat Atlanta. Now, they're ready to go and all that stuff. No, that's not going to happen. I don't really see that happening. So either way, it is what it is with that. It was a good game, though. It was a good game. It made me upset because I needed Atlanta to win for personal reasons, but that's what happens in the NFL. When you bet your life savings, you usually lose, and then the guy that's in the bar that has that crazy mustache, and he just looks like he has a bulge in his pants, but it's not his penis. It's a gun if you don't pay him back when you make a bet. So those kind of things is what happened to a lot of people yesterday that bet Atlanta, and we'll see what happens. All right, let's go ahead and get these picks in for the rest of for Sunday and Monday. Cincinnati at Buffalo. I'm gonna go ahead and I don't think Tyrod Taylor's gonna play, and I think if he does play, he's gonna get even worsely injured. I think he had like a mild MCL sprain. It's gonna turn to something more major if he doesn't go sit down someplace. LaShawn McCoy saying he's gonna play. I don't really care about that. I'm gonna go ahead and take Cincinnati on the road. Denver at Cleveland. I'm gonna go ahead and take Denver. I'm not gonna talk to you about it. Why would I talk to you about it? They got a miraculous win against the Ravens, but who doesn't beat the Ravens nowadays? According to what happened last week with the Browns. I'm gonna go ahead and take Denver. I don't care about Peyton Manning's noodle arm. I don't care that he can't throw the ball anywhere. I don't care that his neck is all effed up. I don't care about any of that. I'm gonna go ahead and take Denver on the road. Chicago at Detroit. I'm gonna go ahead and Robert Cutler. I gotta believe that the Detroit Lions are finished. I have to believe that. And I have to believe that Jim Caldwell needs to go sit down, you know what I'm saying, to be a soccer dad, get his minivan, and get the F out of the NFL. So I'm going to go ahead and take Chicago on the road. Houston at Jacksonville. This is a high school game. This is a joke. This is a middle school game in the NFL. This is a game that I'm not going to possibly watch in large proportions because I will throw up in my mouth several times. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take Jacksonville because I don't believe in Houston. Kansas City at Minnesota. I'm going to go ahead and take Minnesota. I'm going to take Minnesota simply for the fact they're home. Kansas City, you lose Jamal Charles. I don't know where their offense at. I'm not a believer in Alex Smith. I can't do it. Not going to happen. Washington and New York Jets. Every time the Jets are supposed to win, they lose. But I'm going to go ahead and take the Jets anyway here because I really like the Jets trying to win this game right here. I think they could beat Washington. I think they're going to help their brethren out in the NFC East. I think they're going to help the Giants out a little bit by winning this game and beating the Redskins. I'm going to go ahead and take the Jets. As long as Smith doesn't play and his jaw is still broke, I'm going to go ahead and take the Jets. Arizona at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is home. I don't think Mike Vick going to get away with a lot of the crazy shit he got away with last week playing against a better defense like this. I'm going to have to go ahead and take Arizona. I'm sorry, Pittsburgh fans. I'm going to have to take Arizona on this one. I can't. I love me some Michael Vick, but I got to take Arizona in that game. Miami at Tennessee. This is another shitfest game. But this is the first game I think they had a bye after they just fired Joe Philbin. Maybe Miami comes out and turns it up. All right, I'm going to go ahead. I think Dan Campbell's on steroids. The new coach, the interim guy, he just looks like he just ate 5 babies, bro. Like, listen, dude is looking jacked, and I love that. I'm a gym junkie, so looking at him, I think that he can lead men. I'm going to go ahead and take Miami. Carolina at Seattle. I'm going to take Seattle because if Russell Wilson wants to be a bum, he will be. And a lot of people are saying that it's a Ciara curse. It has nothing to do with that. You should be going out there and playing football. You want to be paid like a top-tier quarterback? Oh, my old line is not blocking for me. All right, well, they traded away your center. They traded away Unger for Graham. Use Graham. Just throw it up in the air. Graham is going to come down with it 90% of the time. If you're getting blitz crazy, send him on a goddamn streak. San Diego at Green Bay. I'm going to take Green Bay. San Diego's been letting me down on a regular basis. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take Green Bay. Baltimore at San Francisco. I got to believe that Baltimore has some kind of pride. And that they're going to take care of Colin Kaepernick, who has been Kaepernicking, which is interceptions a lot, but he played the Giants well. But who doesn't? Everybody that plays the Giants always come out and they want to beat on them. It happens. But I'm going to take Baltimore in that game. New England at Indianapolis. New England is favored. New England is giving them 10 points. So, New England has to win by 10.5, which is 11. I think New England's going to win the game, but I think it's going to be a lot closer than that. Indianapolis has to have some kind of pride. If they get destroyed, I believe that Chuck Pagano gets fired immediately. And I think Andrew Luck's going to play, so we'll see what happens with that. But it is what it is. I'm going to take New England, even with that large spread. I'm going to take New England with the spread. Well, not with the spread. So technically with the spread, I'll be taking the Colts, but I'm taking New England to win. But spread-wise, I have to believe that Indianapolis will try to keep it close. If you're if you go out there and get blown out again after you snitched and created, you created Deflategate and all this kind of gate with the gates, that'll be very, very embarrassing to me. And I'm not even a fan of the Colts, but I'd just be embarrassing if they go out there and do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it at that. I'm gonna take the New England Patriots to win the game outright, but not with that line of 11 points. New York Giants and Philadelphia Eagles. This is a tough one because Odell Beckham is banged up, Ruben Randall's banged up. We know that Cruz is banged up. Even with all that, man, I'm gonna go ahead and take the Giants. I just, Chip Kelly pisses me off, but just how round he is. He's just so round, and I don't know what he's doing. He just looks weird. He looks like a weird guy, bro. Like a guy that's responsible for mad stuff that we don't know about, like a mastermind is doing, crazy ridiculousness. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the Giants for that simple reason. All right. So those are my picks for the upcoming week for Week 6. We started it off with Thursday Night Football. Hopefully, I see you guys at the next recap for the Sunday games, and hope you guys enjoy that Sunday, man, and the Monday Night Football game. But I'll be back at you. Definitely subscribe. These podcasts are available on iTunes at GmiasWorld Podcast. If you have an Android, you can download the Podcast Box app. That is also free. And then when you download the app, there's so many podcasts in it, but you'll be looking for mine, which is the GmiasWorld Podcast. You can find a lot of other things in there also that you may be interested in. But if you want to listen to this on the road and you got some things to go, I got over 300 that are there. Podcast that I'm pretty sure you would find interesting, and you could definitely go and you can subscribe to me on iTunes as well, so when I put out a podcast as soon as it's out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and again, subscribe. One love.